This video goes along with my blog located on my website, kevinmarler.realtor. If you're watching this video straight from YouTube, I encourage you to check out my blog and the rest of my site, linked in the description. First impressions are more important than you can ever imagine. Hundreds of research studies have consistently shown that people form their initial opinions about people, places, and things within the first fractions of a second, literally at first glance. And those initial opinions are often difficult to overcome. So, what does that mean for you if you are selling your home? Well, prioritizing your home's curb appeal is a must. So, what is curb appeal? Curb appeal refers to the attractiveness of a property as viewed from the street or the curb. It is the first impression that a property makes on visitors, potential buyers, and passersby. Curb appeal is important because it can increase the value of a property and make it more attractive to potential buyers. It can also enhance the overall beauty and appeal of a neighborhood. There are some things that affect your home's curb appeal that cannot be changed, most notably your home's architecture. Did your home builder's creativity not quite stand the test of time? Maybe. A few homes come to mind for me. But those situations are relatively rare, and even the most eclectic home architecture will find a buyer who appreciates the home's unique traits. Plus, there are always things that can be done to complement even the most unusual architectural characteristics. So, what can you do to ensure that your home's curb appeal will instantaneously make your potential buyers smile instead of frown, or grimace, or worse, laugh? In most cases, it's fairly simple. Improving curb appeal typically involves enhancing the appearance of the exterior of a property through landscaping, painting, lighting, and other aesthetic improvements. And as with most things in real estate, identifying whether you are preparing your home for sale or just for your own enjoyment will make the advice different. In this case, because this is a real estate blog focused on buying and selling, I am going to focus my advice on changes you can make to increase your general appeal to buyers. Curb appeal will rarely be the single factor that decides whether a home shopper chooses your home. There really aren't any single factors that do that anyway. But it can be the single factor that stops them from even giving it a chance. Landscaping. If you don't know the difference between a boxwood and a barberry, or an abelia and an azalea, choosing landscaping plants might seem overwhelming. You can hire a qualified landscape architect to help you with the design. It might even be worth every penny if it gives you the desired outcome without the frustration of selecting the right plants and materials. But if you prefer to go at it alone, here are a few things to consider. Number one, keep it simple. Again, we're focusing on allowing your home to attract the most potential buyers possible. Having a lot of unique and showy plants can be beautiful, but it can also be a drawback for some buyers. Many buyers want landscape plants that are appealing but easy and quick to care for. So complex landscape can be a daunting task for your average home buyer and thus actually a negative for them. Number two, keep plants small. There are certainly exceptions, but generally speaking, keep your shrubs and hedges trimmed and tidy. If you have any large, overgrown, evergreen shrubs, those probably need to go. We want your house to show its best, not the 6 foot tall, 8 foot wide evergreen in front of your dining room window. Tear it out. Number three, mulch versus stone. This might seem like a preference thing, and it is to an extent, but there is one situation where stone clearly wins out over mulch: next to the house. Well, mulch is often good for plants because it helps retain moisture for plant health. That's what it was designed to do. That same moisture retention is bad for your home's foundation. Consequently, I strongly recommend using stone around the foundation of your home. It helps with drainage and with all the varieties available, can give a striking appearance. It also lasts a long time. Stone and mulch can be used complementary. To clarify, not mixed together. So you can always use a stone barrier transitioning into mulch for the plants. Now, color. Use a stone or a mulch color that complements or goes along with your home. And by the way, complements does not mean match. Also, do not ever, ever, ever use red mulch. Sure, trends come and go, and it was once a popular choice, but that was probably 20 years ago. No joke, red mulch can actually devalue your home based on curb appeal. Always use black or dark brown, something that looks really natural. That's not just my opinion. Google it if you don't believe me. Painting and siding. First, Whether your home siding is brick, vinyl, composite, wood, or something else, make sure it is in good condition. Look for areas with peeling paint, warped, rotting, or damaged siding, cracked mortar, mildew, or stains. Now, cracked mortar or grout might just be a sign of normal settling, but it isn't a bad idea to check with a professional to make sure that this isn't a sign of foundation issues. If the cracks are only superficial, you can repair the cracks rather quickly and inexpensively. Now, mildew and stains often just require some pressure washing. If you use well water in central Indiana, look especially for iron stains, the reddish hues often found near faucets or areas commonly watered. There are a number of products available to help reduce those stains. Be careful not to overdo the pressure washing, though. Keep a safe distance from the siding to ensure you are not damaging it. Warped, rotting, or damaged siding is most common with vinyl or wood plank siding. With vinyl siding, it can usually be easily replaced as long as your siding is still available. The same goes with wood siding as long as you can still find a matching paint or stain. What about paint color? Once again, this is an area of preference. Right now, buyers are preferring light neutral colors like white, light brown, light gray, and maybe light blue. This is probably due in large part to the farmhouse look that has become so popular. Thank you, Joanna Gaines. Depending on the size of your home, painting can be a large expense. So I would consult with a designer or a good real estate agent if you are unsure about your home's color. And if you have an all or partly brick home, should you paint it? Well, that seriously depends on your brick's color and other community environmental factors. Personally, I'm not against painting brick, but once it's done, it's done. There's no going back. So be careful. Lighting. I'll be honest, I can nerd out a little bit with lighting. Okay, a lot. But lighting can do wonders to improve curb appeal at night. Additionally, not only does it improve curb appeal, it also improves security. A well-lit home is less often targeted for break-ins and general bored teenager shenanigans. First, I recommend updating your wall fixtures, commonly near your front door and your garage door. If you still have your brass sconces from 1994, I highly recommend an update. Size and color will vary based on your home style and exterior color, but generally don't oversize near your front door. Small fixtures can still put out a decent amount of light thanks to LED technology. Now, one side note on that, however, I do recommend staying away from integrated LED lighting. This comes from personal experience. Even if the box says that they are good for 10 to 15 years, there's no guarantee something won't go wrong with the bulb fixture, and then you have to replace the entire unit. Get LED lighting that has replaceable bulbs. Second, look into landscape lighting and pathway lighting that gives off a soft but substantial glow. For landscape lighting, small spotlights can create a great effect. Point them under and up towards some of your plants or toward your house for a striking effect. Note, I generally don't recommend solar units at this time unless you are fine with replacing them often. As much as I want them to work, these units don't seem to last particularly long and don't have enough battery power to last through an entire night, especially in the wintertime. So go for the corded units if you can. Just keep in mind that some digging and burying of cables will likely be required. Third, one of my personal favorite trends in lighting is this placement of small downward-facing spots under your home's eaves. When combined with lights on the ground, it really makes your home stand out at night, which is a good thing aesthetically and for security reasons. And thanks to low-energy LED lighting, the added costs are minimal. I do recommend hiring a professional for this type of job, however. Placement is important and the height can be dangerous to those without proper experience and equipment. Other updates. Additional plants and flowers. Adding plants and flowers to the front of a home can instantly make it look more inviting and attractive. Consider adding potted plants, window boxes, or a new garden bed. Paint the front door. Painting the front door can make a big impact on the appearance of a home. Consider choosing a bold color that stands out and complements the home's exterior. Replace the mailbox. An old or worn-out mailbox can detract from the appearance of a home. Consider replacing it with a new mailbox that matches the style of the home. Clean the exterior. Cleaning the exterior of a home can make it look fresh and new. Consider pressure washing the siding, gutters, and windows. Clean out your gutters of any leaves, sticks, or debris. Upgrade the hardware. Upgrading the hardware on the front door and windows can make a big difference in the appearance of a home. Consider replacing the old hardware with new stylish options. Add decorative accents. Adding decorative accents such as shutters, trim, or a new porch railing can add character and charm to a home's exterior. Don't forget the driveway. Consider repairing any cracks in the driveway or sidewalk. Also, pressure washing the dirt and grime can make a huge difference. I found that this is a great job for older kids. If they're like mine, they even find it kind of fun. Of course, these are just a few ideas to consider if you are preparing to sell your home. And if you've maintained your home well over your years of ownership, you may find very few of these things required of you. If you live in central Indiana, call or text me today for a free consultation about your home's curb appeal, the inside appeal, of course, and more. I'm also happy to provide you with a free comparative market analysis to gauge the potential market value of your home. Just contact me using any of the contact tools at the bottom of my website or my social media platforms.